Good day, students. I'm going to do this quick video on how to do binomial expansion with differences. Same thing we call subtraction. Remember the steps. FOIL. First, outer, inner, last. Meaning, we are going to use the first term in the first binomial to multiply the first term in the second binomial. You should be able to identify the first. The first is always the one to the left, right? So we would have x times x, which is x. Using my brackets again, as I said, sometimes the multiplication sign is confused with the x variable. So that's x times x. Now, we're going to use the outer term. The outer term with the outer term. As I had said before in the egg puzzle video, think of a sandwich. The two breads are the outer term. This is a sandwich. This x is on the outside. This 5 is on the outside. However, as we can see, this 5 has a minus sign in front of it. We can consider it as negative because it has a minus sign in front of it. Now, we need to remember our multiplication rules. A negative number times a positive number gives us a negative. A negative number times a positive number or a term gives us a negative term. So we know that this x here, when multiplied by this minus 5, is going to end with a negative. So I'm going to write my negative here. And I put my x in brackets and my 5 in brackets. I feel like I'm going to need some more space. Now, we're going to do our inner term based on the FOIL method. We're going to do our inner terms. Let's see if I can do this. Here, we have a minus sign in front of this 4. So we will consider it as negative. We have a positive x. It's positive because there's no minus sign in front of it. This minus sign that you see here, it is not in front of the x. So it does nothing to the x, right? If this x were negative, the minus sign would be right there. All right. Now, we're going to multiply, as I said before, the inner terms. This 4 is negative. We're going to multiply it by that x. So the resulting answer is going to be negative. So we write our minus sign and we write 4 times x. And finally, we multiply our last terms. And these are the two last terms, minus 4 and minus 5. When you multiply minus 4 or negative 4, minus 5 or negative 5, same thing. When you multiply two negative numbers, I'm sorry, this is an error. This should be negative times oh my God. Right. So a negative times a negative gives us a positive. I had duplicated the same thing. I wrote the same thing twice. Now we have a minus 4 here, or negative 4, being multiplied by a negative 5 here. When you multiply a negative term by a negative term, it's going to result in a positive term. So I would put my plus sign here and write 4 times 5. Remember, without the bracket, it means 45. With the bracket, it means 4 multiplied by 5. Then all we're going to do is simplify. X times x does not give us 2x. It gives us x squared. Please watch the video on indices. Watch a video on indices. X times 5 gives us 5x. We write the numeral, which we call the coefficient, first. We don't write x5, we write 5x. We put back our minus sign. 4 times x gives us 4x. And then we write our plus sign. 4 times 5 gives us 20. Final step is simplifying. We realize that we have two like terms here, a 5x and a 4x. So we are going to rewrite it. We're going to write x squared. Both the 5x and the 4x have a minus sign in front of it. So we just write back the minus sign and add the two terms. Please watch the videos I posted on addition and subtraction of integers. Please re-watch that video. They have the same sign in front of them, the same minus sign or the same negative sign. I wrote back the negative sign and just added the numbers. And then I write my plus 20. And that's the answer. I hope you see that this is a 9 and not an A. Alright, this is how we use the FOIL method to expand binomials that have subtraction.